Hi, I'm Bowling Outer.
And I'm Missy Sandwich!
And welcome to
the BS on the Internet.
Well, it's been another one of those
weeks.
Plural. Another one of those weeks.
You guys, we were gone.
We were gone.
We missed you.
We were on vacay.
Oh my gosh, I missed recording and streaming.
Yes.
So badly.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you.
Yeah, it was weird not doing it for a while.
Yeah.
It was weird.
We went to the beach for about a week, and then Maddie had a business trip that he needed to go on, and I stayed at the beach with my sister. And then we rendezvoused back here a couple of days ago, and then you had a show in New York.
So
we couldn't record
it's been
then.
Really busy.
So this is I know.
And now this is the first night after that show, so now we're back in business.
I know, we missed
And we're actually home, back in business now, so.
Yes, and we missed you.
Yes, we did miss you.
We missed you. No, we missed you when you were gone.
I
I
missed
did.
you
I
too.
missed you. I
Both of
did.
yous.
It sucked. It sucked. You know, I miss my husband's. You know, it's one of those things.
One of those things.
But we have so much to talk about. Hold
Yes,
on,
we
the
do.
heater's on. Wait a minute.
Heater's on. That means
Sorry about that.
the
Sorry.
breaker's gonna get tripped.
That's
Everything's
why
gonna turn
I
off.
apologize.
gonna
That's
be
why
great.
I apologize.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we did have a good time at the beach.
Yes.
It was very relaxing.
Yes.
We put some pictures up on Instagram. Follow us if you're not. And we got some really nice pictures. It was cute. It was fun. We went on some rides.
It was nice.
We did the
It
beach
was really nice.
thing. You know, the
Baby Outer's getting older. He can do more.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. He went on some rides. He was
For
in
his
the
first
pool.
rides, we were in the pool.
Yeah, we were in the pool. He was
liked
throwing
the
them up in
beach
the air. He really liked
stuff.
the beach, playing in the sand.
And it's basically
It was
every
very
time
nice.
now it's just like, next year, like we're gonna be able to do this.
I know.
Like it's
And then
how
he's-
quickly it's happening.
and also
last year he couldn't even crawl.
Right.
You
Oh
know?
my gosh,
Now he's in
yeah.
rides.
Yeah.
And playing games.
Yeah,
We had to
the
sit in front of arcade games.
arcade.
He's hitting the buttons.
Oh, I
it was
know.
a lot
It
of
was
fun.
so neat. Yeah, it was really fun. And he's getting so big. It's, oh my gosh, unbelievable. It's
crazy.
Yeah, he's counting.
He's counting now.
He's counting. He goes 6.
Not in order,
7.
but he is.
9. He has
Well,
a really,
he'll follow them, and he can say some of them. He can't say all of them.
Yeah,
he
I
can't
know.
say 4.
4.
He can't say 3.
He said
can't
E
say 1.
today. 1
Yeah.
is hard. Yeah, but he got 10.
He did go E for 3. That's
E,
right.
Yeah, I haven't
But
heard
he has
4
2,
yet. Are we
yeah.
talking about this?
And
I
not
haven't
5.
heard 5. No
He
5.
has 6 and 7. No sweat. Those are
7.
down. Pat.
Yeah.
And 10.
Yeah, his 9.
Although sometimes 10 is sen.
Yes, 10. But sometimes his 9 is very nasally. 9. 9. And I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway.
Anyway.
So, over the last 2 weeks, I have been keeping a Google Doc of what to put on BS on the Internet. And I have so many stories. So many stories. Oh my gosh.
A lot
we
to
need
cover today,
stream
guys.
So bad.
Buckle up.
I know. But we'll get through those in the live stream. So, we boiled this down to about 6 things, I think.
Yeah.
6. So we'll see.
I see 7.
We'll see 7. Well, not including the subreddit of the week.
Oh, okay.
So I'm figuring, I cut some out or whatever, but there was so much that was happening. So this is going to be a long one. So I hope you have some snacks, and we'll try and go through this quickly.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, well, this is cool. YouTube is terminating accounts promoting Twitch streams.
Yes.
And this has been a rule that they've had in place, but they're enforcing it now. See, I've seen conflicting reports of this.
Yes, that's my point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
This is throwing me off like crazy, all right? Because people went nuts about this a couple months ago, I remember. And I remember us thinking, like, should we not be doing that? Because we put up a video every time we're going to Twitch.
Right.
And I looked into it, and there's people complaining about it, and then there was a Reddit thread, and somebody from YouTube commented in the Reddit thread,
Right.
apparently clarifying that it was allowed, and you were okay, it did not violate policy,
Yeah.
and if your video was deleted, you got a strike for it, you could appeal it, and the appeal will go through.
Right.
That was the message left there. Then they started doing it again, and now the message seems to be, oh, now they're just enforcing a rule that's always
Right.
been there. The problem is they're just not warning anybody for it. But they've literally been not just striking, just straight up terminating the account. Done.
Yeah.
Gone. It's like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a strike, nothing like that. Somebody goes to log in, and there's no videos anymore.
Nothing.
But they also did get reinstated, as I understand it. It was a very short-lived termination.
Right.
But the fact that it happened at all, and that it happened to more than one channel, was kind of like, oh God. I mean, like, get so freaking serious. You would think they would give you a warning first. You would think.
Yeah.
Before terminating your account.
Yeah.
I mean,
You'd
the
think.
literal worst thing you can do.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
know. I think this goes back to every single time we talk about an issue with YouTube, and
Yeah.
it's just miscommunication and how they're choosing or not choosing. Are you going somewhere?
Fixing it.
Where are you going?
Fixing it.
Welcome back.
Excuse me.
But I hate that they just don't tell us this, or they don't, like, they're not using their own platform to let us know this.
Yeah.
You know, I think I remember we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, and they had put it on some kind of like message board somewhere, like some kind of Google something.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. It's like that nobody checks.
Oh, there's a blog they have.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about that before because then that leads us into why are they using their own platform to talk? But that's a whole different.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's on us to do the work and keep checking intermittently. You know, and
it's not on us to get warned for our channel potentially being completely terminated.
I know, but you know what? You know? I feel like what they think they're doing is fine, and because they notoriously put the blame on the creators.
Yeah, but I mean, like a lot of creators doing things wrong, and that's fine. I'm not even sure I have a problem with the rule. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just that they're not communicating anything.
No.
That's the only actual problem.
Yeah.
As it comes down to every time we talk about this.
Do you think it's a good rule? Do you think that they should?
I get it. I mean,
I don't get terminating the account.
No. That's they didn't communicate. They didn't say anything. Yeah.
I know.
I could see them striking for it.
Maybe a strike,
Yeah, but if they are terminating, then they're totally going zero tolerance.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
Yeah. Because to tell you the truth, the looming like rain cloud above your head of possibly getting a strike is horrifying. Just the fact that, but then the idea that it could be terminated, can you imagine if our account was terminated?
Ridiculous.
Oh my God.
But again, these have not been permanent terminations. They were reinstated, so we're not talking about that. It would be much worse if there was like channel's gone, not coming back.
Right.
It would just be like,
I
don't even know what I was
hate having that held over my head, man.
Yeah.
You know, even if
that's always going to be a possibility.
I know, but just straight to it, I just,
I don't know. Need to start communicating. That's it.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think it's on us? Do you think it's on YouTube? Like how? I don't know how to solve it. Okay, so I saw this article about a week and a half ago, and it's about how there are screenwriters in the movie industry who are being turned off writing for I was going to say games, writing for movies that have notoriously toxic fandoms, like Star Wars, like the Marvel movies. And they said,
just like the most passionate of passionate fan
bases. That they
most
don't even want to, that they don't even want to try and write these movies because they're too intimidated by the fans coming after them, because some of the stars of these movies have had to leave social media.
Yeah.
Some of them have gotten bullied so badly. And these are just the performers, the actors.
Yeah.
They said this guy right here, he bought a toy of a Star Wars character he didn't like. I think it was Rey.
Okay.
Only to destroy it and insult the amazing actress who plays her, wishing her career dies because he didn't like the character and the movie.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, I don't understand, you know, why it's like this. Like, can we not have nice things? But then what this also goes towards is that we could possibly get people writing these movies who are not very good at it.
Oh, yeah, that's the only possible outcome here. I mean, well, that's the most likely outcome, I should say. We could get lucky, and somebody could just end up, you can get to like 4th, 5th, 6th string, and you find some dude hanging out there that was amazing nobody knew about.
Right.
That could happen.
That's true.
It's more likely that you're just going to find the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th tier guy.
Yeah, because they're saying, I don't want to bother
because the people that are really talented don't want to like subject themselves to it, because you're going to hear from people that were well known that did give it a shot, and they're going to turn around and say, don't bother.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to say it's not worth it.
I would bother.
No, I mean, you get to see what starts to happen. And it's not just the director stuff. You're going to get, like, actors and actresses aren't going to want to get involved either.
Yeah.
It's a shame. You're going to actively hurt the product.
Yeah.
I mean, that, I don't get it, guys.
Is, like, you know, you can't make everybody happy.
Exactly.
I really, really get that.
Yeah.
And I really feel like these people are doing the absolute best they can
under
this immense mountain of pressure that they have from everybody.
Yeah.
And then there's the nitpickers.
Yeah.
You know, and those are the ones that are saying this doesn't make sense, and and this person and that person, and this relationship and that relationship. And it's astounding to me though, because so many of these movies are good.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't see, maybe because I'm not this type of person, or maybe I'm because I'm not a big enough fan. I don't know. But I don't see why. Is it misplaced anger? Is it legitimate anger? Did they really mess up that badly in The Last Jedi? Was it that bad?
No, I think what it is, and where it flies off the rails to me, is that there's people that think they own the character.
Yes.
And think that their vision for the way the character is supposed to go is the correct one. Like there's a right and wrong one.
Yeah.
You know, no, this character would have done this. It's like it's not your character.
Right.
You didn't write it.
Right.
And you're not writing it now.
Yeah.
So the correct answer for that character is whoever wrote it.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like there's people. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's in Last Jedi, a lot of people have a big problem with how a particular character went and like how they were portrayed and what happened to them, and it's just like, and they're like, no, this should have happened, and it's like, I don't know,
that never would
drives
have
me nuts.
It's
like
way.
It's not yours. You cannot like it. I get that, but like for the people that go to the extra mile to say that it was
to
like
harass
people and go that far with it because they think that something was like taken from them.
Yeah.
I mean, you've like, I don't know, you've made a part of your identity then at that point, which that's dicey for pretty much anything.
I'm wondering if this is going to leak into gaming as well, because gaming has some toxic
I think it already has.
And yeah, for sure. But I wonder if people who were, gaming writers, what are the names, like script writers or
writers.
writers for these games are like, they're in the same situation.
Yeah, totally.
I don't, but
but developers and have had to deal with this for a long time.
I know. But sometimes it's nice to play a game or watch a movie where you watch things go boom and you get to go really fast and wow, action and noise, and that's fun and you have a good time. And I like Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Do I know every little teeny tiny detail? No. Are there movies?
Well, that's what this is for, though.
Yeah, but are there movies that I know every single teeny tiny detail? Yes. If there were to be another movie where they would mess up one or two of those details, I wouldn't care. I don't think I would go, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the
I'm trying to find some way to empathize, some way to best relate.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah,
I'm wondering, like, an example for me might be, like, say, like, they decided in 10 years to, like, redo Breaking Bad. 20 years, and they totally go off the rails of what Walter White's character is supposed to be like,
or what you think he's supposed to be like, or
based on how he was originally written.
Yeah.
If that seems to have changed,
okay, yeah.
Unless you could find a creative way to write it, why that would have changed.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know. I could see being defensive of that, but I could see at the end of the day just being like, well, I feel like I either liked what they did with it or didn't like what they did with it, and then that's it. I mean, like, I'm not sure I could ever be at a point where I'd like want to go harass somebody over it and write a nasty letter.
Yeah. Or harass somebody on Twitter or whatever.
Even write a note like,
but you know what I'm wondering if it's just somebody else messing with their nostalgia.
Yeah.
And
totally.
That's it.
Yeah.
And because I know a couple people like this who just the original whatever is the best one.
Just because it was the original.
Just because it was the original.
Oh, there's a lot of people like that.
Yes, and like really, like vehemently, like really, really believe that the original is always the best and you shouldn't redo anything and you shouldn't. And we are in this like renaissance of things being rehashed and redone. And maybe that's part of the culture right now, that there's going to be a couple things that are juggling that are not lining up or whatever. But I don't know. I just don't understand. I've never understood the personality of the troll. But to go to the point of harassment and that it's going to affect the product, like you said, is kind of like, really? Come on, guys.
Yeah, I think that there's just, it's important to draw a distinction between the original and the best.
Sure.
Like, there's two different descriptors, really. And, like, I mean, something can be original and, like, remembered for being original, lauded for being original.
Right.
While something else may potentially be the best version of that.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's possible. I don't think we can just be, like, dismissed out of hand.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, so much of it has to be like, you know what? When I grew up, it was like this, and I'm only going to accept it like this. But that's the dicey part of getting involved in a franchise like this.
They won't even give the new one a chance.
Yeah, well, in the context of Star Wars, you know,
of course.
And it's like I feel like it's to some degree the people getting involved with Star Wars, they know what they're messing with.
Yeah.
And they know like not only the fandom, but the original lore that they're messing with. But so many times the people doing it, probably almost every time, at least with something like this, they're fans of the original, so they want to do it justice.
Sure.
And they want to interpret it the right way. Because, hey, let's be honest, when we got the prequels, they didn't turn out so great.
Right.
And that was the original
they were
guy.
George Lucas.
So, so it's like, that's another version. It's like, hey, it's the original. Like, it's his stuff. It's his characters that didn't turn out so good.
Right.
So I can see how other people wanted. I personally think the new ones have been much better than those.
Yeah, I agree.
That's in my opinion. But like, I can't get to that point where it's like because they're not perfect, everyone needs to be like totally destroyed, or because like the universe that they're in may have expanded.
Yeah.
That ends up being this terrible, like, heretical move. We can talk about this forever.
I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is. Tell me what you think in the comments, please. Okay, next up, remember Daddy of 5? Remember that? It was like last year. So a couple days ago, I'm browsing Reddit and find out that they're back and had a YouTube channel called Family 05 rather than Daddy 05. And what do you know? It got taken down within a couple of days, and it was the
it was only a couple of days?
I don't know. Well, they didn't look 2 monetized channels. I think they snuck through. I think once it came out, like another YouTuber, I think, brought it like to the forefront and said, "Hey, everybody, do you know this? This is still going on." And then once it was exposed as being, the same people, then they were off.
Okay.
It's like they went in under the radar.
Huh.
But they said that they released this statement. It says, "Our family has worked very hard to heal and reestablish ourselves over the past 18 months. Through a lot of hard work and introspection, we're all doing well and are happy. YouTube is something we enjoy as a family. We'll continue to do it within the strict boundaries we have set for ourselves. For the sake of our privacy and continued healing, I have no further comment or anything past, present at this time." So, oh my gosh, LaCrotch burps already? If you don't know what we're talking about, do you want to give a quick synopsis of Daddy of 5?
Yeah,
You're
it was
good
just
at the quickness.
It was good at the quickness.
I am not good at the quickness. The girl talks too much. Zip. Go ahead.
It was a YouTube channel it was a family that vlogged themselves, right? But a lot of it involved the parents doing pretty mean things to the kids, like yelling at them, screaming at them, pretending they were in trouble and like terrible things happened to them, but then saying it was a prank and all laughing at them. Yeah. Particularly one of the kids.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he was like literally thrown around on like a couple, but it was just like they were definitely verbally abused.
Yeah.
Without question, and they were put on YouTube as like entertainment, and they were making money that way. So that was considered child neglect, basically, is what they were charged.
Right, and they lost custody of 2 of the younger children there.
Of 2 kids.
But the 3
they had
others
all this video evidence. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. The remaining 5 have moved to West Virginia and continue to operate YouTube channels Family of 5 and Family of 5 Gaming, which combined had more than 400,000 subscribers. So people went back.
Yeah, people went back.
Like I don't, and then it said this account has been terminated.
Yeah, okay.
So I just, they're on probation right now.
I didn't see obviously what the newer videos were like.
This is what I was just going to say. Look at this. In the trailer, one of the Martin children can be seen taking a shot to the groin with a ball. The footage shows another episode where a child appears to be harassed by family members to the point of emotional meltdown.
So they're doing the same exact thing?
Yep.
Stop, turn off the cameras.
From February, another child is forced to explain an eye injury he received while supposedly playing with one of his older brothers. A large noticeable bruise and swelling can be seen on video. Says they're entertainers and that some events may be staged, reenacted, or exaggerated for entertainment purposes.
See, that was their excuse before.
Yeah.
A child the age that they were couldn't be like, you don't perform like that. That's not a performance.
No.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we've talked about Daddy 05 before. And like the whole thing, but
can they like demand that they don't have any YouTube content? Can like a court say no YouTube channels starring your family or your children?
It's an interesting. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I wonder if there's like any sort of interpretation the judge could take, or
this is a violation of probation, is it not?
It's got to be a probation violation, unless if it's a crime for them to do the videos, do YouTube videos.
Well, if they're putting the kids in emotional distress.
Yeah, I think that is specifically what it is. Not necessarily that they were doing videos again.
Just at the
probably
kids,
just
the
that the
thing.
videos were doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
I imagine that's got to violate the probation, right? I don't know the legalities of it. Maybe some of you guys do. If you do, please put it in the comments. But yeah, it's just
like being
they tried again, I guess, but
yelling and screaming at children affects them in ways that like you can't imagine. It's really
didn't you say that
really terrible.
That statistically or through research they were able to determine that like the amount of emotional damage was similar as actually physically hitting. Yeah. So it's really not different.
Right.
Like
I think they have like longer lasting effects.
They can have longer lasting effects.
Yeah, words are powerful, folks.
Yeah, so
especially in a booming delivery system from an authority figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to be afraid of your parents. Yeah. And that's what some of these videos were. These kids were afraid. That one little boy, I forget his name.
Scared.
Yeah, he was, fear. And they were describing some of the things that these kids were doing that they were getting in trouble for, and it was like textbook child trauma symptoms.
Yeah.
Like I think one of them who was potty trained, like pooped his pants or something like that,
pants,
and that's like, oh my gosh, like that's a child with trauma. If you have an older child that, goes like in their underwear, then, it's childhood. I'm talking about like number 2.
Yeah.
That's trauma, So, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was probably one of the most infuriating YouTube incidents, I think, that I remember in the last couple of years. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, you are not. These people just, oof. But I want to keep an eye on this because I'm curious to see if they've violated their probation. Okay, it's time for the subreddit of the weeks.
What is cozy places?
Oh gosh.
Cozy places?
Guys, so last night, I could not sleep. I just found this subreddit last night. I really couldn't. Both of us couldn't sleep. We really had a bad night.
Super restless.
Really,
I don't know
really.
what it was. Weird night.
I think we were do that again. I think we were both too caffeinated.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I had
a lot
coffee
of
on the way
coffee.
home from the city.
You did.
From the show because it was late. I had to drive. So
right.
And
I had
coffee.
the baby by myself, so I was trying to stay alert. So I was drinking coffee till like 5, 6 o'clock.
So we drank it too late. We were so
Yeah, we were just up.
Yeah.
And I was trying to fall asleep. I was up and I was tweeting. You guys were up, you bunch of crazy peeps. And I found this subreddit, and it's called Cozy Places, right?
Okay.
So it's just cozy places where you just want to go and relax and just snuggle. Look at this, a cozy room in the Alps. Look at that.
That's pretty cozy.
Is that not so effing cozy? Rainy days in New York. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's real nice.
Yeah. I stayed in a friend's apartment. I had a friend who had an apartment like that in New York. Stayed in there once.
Really?
And he was just like, he had a window that was like that, overlooking an area that looked a lot like that. And it was really nice.
How awesome would it
really
be
nice.
to sleep up against a window?
Yeah.
I've never gotten to do it in my entire life,
Really?
to sleep up against a window.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do it. I just love like the outside. Just want to like stick my face.
It's cool.
I love sleeping outside.
That does look awfully cozy.
Yeah. Look at this one. I thought this was unbelievable. Winter in Grindelwald. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Switzerland. Look at that.
Whoa! It looks like those
I think I know what you're gonna say. What?
Those houses. Those what
like
are they?
winter scenes.
Yeah.
That they have at Christmas
The
time.
Dickens house.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Yes, they do.
Oh, that's so
Look at
nostalgic.
that. Isn't that so
My mom used to
neat?
do that. Used to put that together. We used
Did
to do
she
that
really?
on the piano. We'd put the
she
baby
still has
grand.
it. She still
and
has
she
it.
would cover up the piano and then
Yeah.
set it all up on there. And it was the coolest thing. I always really liked that.
She did the whole thing.
Yeah, all the piano.
I've
It's crazy.
seen like little pieces of it and everything now.
It was
I
a
didn't
bunch
know it was-
over years. It kept adding to it, like
wow.
one at a time per year.
Oh, that's so cool.
So like ended up with a lot of them, and it was really
wow.
neat. And there's like lights in there and stuff.
awesome
They added
is that?
lights. Oh, that's so nostalgic.
Isn't that
That's crazy.
so cool? What else do we have? Norway.
Oh wow.
Oh. Now I wouldn't call this cozy.
I wouldn't call it cozy. I'd call it
I would
freaking
call it
like beautiful, but
I don't
not
know if I'd
cozy.
call it cozy.
Not cozy.
Let's see what else we have. Cozy. Cozy as it gets. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty cozy.
Oh, look at the meowing. Hey, May. Oh my gosh, that's pretty nice.
Where is that?
I have no idea.
Wow.
If anybody knows where that is, let me know. Let me see. Tell me if you see my back porch when it was snowing. Ooh.
Oh.
This is what we need to do with ours.
That'd be nice. I like those lights. Yeah. I like that light setup.
Oh my gosh, guys, we have a screened-in porch in this house, and Louis loves it. And right now, I mean, it's just full of crap.
Yeah, it's not that big.
No,
but
it's not this big.
Huge.
And we were just talking about it today. We're like, oh, we got to fix up this porch. It's going to be so pretty. And Louis loves to sit out there.
Yep.
I know I'd want to sit out there and read and like all this stuff. I'm dying to fix it up. That is so
That's really nice.
I'm going to do one more.
Oh, hearing rain on the roof makes this cozy bedroom extra cozy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Doesn't this just make you happy?
Yeah, that's nice.
I was looking through the subreddit like, ooh.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah. I would love to be able to hear rain on the roof. Oh man, that's like the most wonderful thing.
Yeah, oh my God, rain on windows.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
Look at the light on
It's like the same room, but with a clear roof, glass roof.
Oh my God.
That is super cool.
I would love that.
I like that wood too.
Yes.
Man, these guys are good taste.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, enough. Sweet Jesus.
Ooh, that's nice.
You know what would happen? I'd sit up and go boom.
Now, you know what would happen if it was really sunny? You would just cook in the morning, just like, you just start sweating like crazy.
You're right, you're sweating.
That looks cool. I think it'd function.
Yeah.
It's probably the same thing with that previous one too, with the roof with the two windows.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'd be willing to try that out.
Yes. Do any of you sleep right next to a window or anything as cool as that, where you have that kind of thing? And if so, do you get sun in your face? I'm romanticizing it because I've never had it.
Yeah.
So I've always been like wanting to sleep right up against a window.
I guess it's gotta matter what way you're facing, right?
Yeah.
What direction you're
you can
facing.
just turn the other way, unless it was that
the
one
building.
window over top.
Like east west.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
which direction it was going. So. Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine getting a sunrise right in the face hole?
That won't wake you up.
Oh my God.
But it would be amazing if you had that and you're facing east. So like it's just like every morning at the same time it's like like it just like wakes you up violently, like cover your face, like you can't even crack your eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Just directly in your eyes. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay, so have you guys seen this giant black sarcophagus?
Have you guys seen this giant black sarcophagus?
It has been everywhere.
Yes.
So if for some reason you're under a rock, a giant black sarcophagus, then so in Egypt they found a giant black sarcophagus.
Yeah, that's
Say giant black sarcophagus one more time, Liz.
Giant black sarcophagus.
Let's do some shot. Giant black sarcophagus. And they found it, and there's all these like cryptic warnings, like "do not open" and all this stuff.
You will
and
immediately die.
Yeah. There's all these like curses, and there's some people in Egypt who were like, don't open it, leave it alone or whatever. So like a couple days go by and everybody's talking about, who's in there, what does it mean? There was some grumblings about it maybe being Alexander the Great.
Oh yeah.
Because it was found in a town called Alexandria, named after Alexander the Great. Mm-hmm. And they believe he was buried somewhere in the town, so they thought that maybe this was it. And they opened it over the last, I think yesterday, maybe, the last, maybe 24 hours or so. And it's a family in there.
Yeah.
I think it's a couple of parents and a child. I could be wrong. And some sewage.
Yeah.
But, it's like a bunch of sludge.
So before you scroll down, it's kind of gross looking. It's not really gross looking. But it's like human remains, old human remains. So if you really don't like that, just skip ahead.
Yeah, just skip ahead. Yes, I know. But there's all this like, I don't know, sewage in there. Well, they were digging really far down.
Yeah.
They were digging. They're building an apartment complex. What is this face?
The liquid that was in there.
Yeah,
there it is.
So it's a couple bones.
That's gross.
They dug all the way down. A couple bones, like a lot of bones.
It's one or two bones.
They were really, really far down.
Yeah.
And they were talking to the archaeologists who decided to open it. And a reporter asked one of them, they said, "Are you nervous about any of these curses?" And he went, "I opened that and stuck my whole head inside that sarcophagus, and I'm fine." Like he seemed completely unnerved.
You can't do this. You can't be an archaeologist if you're superstitious. You can't do that.
I wouldn't open it. I don't know. And you guys, I was tweeting about it. I tweeted something like, they're gonna open it.
Yeah.
And you guys started tweeting me some GIFs that were killing me of like mummies and like all kinds.
What's her face in Power Rangers?
Yes, coming out.
I don't remember what her name is, but like, yeah.
I know, just so ridiculous.
Funny.
But I mean, it would have been cool if it was Alexander the Great. But it was kind of neat to follow for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And go, oh, they found this thing. But they want to find out what happened to this family, what was the cause of death, and all that. And that's always interesting. You know, we could always learn and stuff. But
yeah,
you know, oh boy, was that like a tense couple of days there where I was like, they're gonna open it, the world's gonna end. But I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of creepy.
All right, here we just want to kind of give a shout out to this waitress. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a waitress who was groped by and it was caught on camera by this dude just walking by her, which this kind of stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
And she was like, F that, and just straight up like grabbed him by his collar and threw him down, and he got arrested.
He did, in front of his wife.
Yeah.
And kids.
Yeah.
He did.
Screw that.
Here,
Screw that.
Like,
check this dude out.
Matters into her own hands when a man groped her. Surveillance video shows the man walked by Amelia Holden and inappropriately touched her. There you see it right there.
Do you see that?
The 21 video shows the man walked by Amelia Holden and inappropriately touched her.
Look
there
at
you see it right
there.
there.
But watch this.
The 21-year-old turns around,
like,
grabs him by the back of his shirt.
And apparently he was yelling at her saying, like, I barely touched you, what the heck? And then the video came out. It's like, oh, there you go.
Asking a coworker to call the police.
Yeah, there was a quote from her that said something like, it felt so, like, close to stuff you shouldn't really be close to that.
See this guy walking by, and I was just like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to face the consequences. I was
good for you.
Really satisfied when he was arrested because it not only felt like justice for me, but justice for the other women who have had that happen.
Good for Amelia. Well, the restaurant manager spoke to police on her behalf, and the man was charged with sexual battery. Holden says she feels fortunate she works at a place that stands by her. Now, Bianna, he said he was just...
Oh, my gosh. Like, can you eat... Like, why? Why? And then he said he was trying to move her out of the way.
Guys that think they can just do whatever they want. I mean, straight up.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true, yeah. They think they could do that.
They literally just do whatever they want, and that's okay to do. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I guess some people just have that flag in their head.
I know.
And I don't understand it.
Maybe he was drinking.
Maybe he was drinking.
Whatever.
Regardless.
He was with his wife and kids, and like, dude, really?
I know
but good for her.
Pretty
for
like
slamming him on the ground.
Well, totally. I mean, like, it's just good to hear. I know it's like some people say we're making much ado about nothing because it's like this stuff probably happens all the time.
Yeah.
But like, you don't hear about it so much, and like, it's the more you hear about this kind of thing, then what happens, it does matter, because then maybe somebody thinking of doing that same freaking thing is going to have in the back of their head, like, maybe she's just not going to let me do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what? Like, the fact that she had the presence of mind to react in the way that she did is awesome and encouraging, because I've had something similar happen to me a couple of times. I think if you work in any kind of service industry, it's just part of whatever. I've had it done to me, lifeguarding, waitressing, bartending, that kind of thing. And I've always just froze.
Yeah.
And just go like, did that just happen?
I mean, like, I think...
then go and like run to somebody and whisper and go like,
yeah.
Like, never in a million years would I think to physically grab a man, a grown man, and try and like, you know, sit him down or whatever. I wish I was that kind of person, though.
Well, I think it's good that we're seeing, because she was what? She's only 21, right? So that makes you think that maybe this next generation of women that are growing up now,
themselves.
Maybe they're getting more confident, because the whole Me Too thing, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the idea. The reason why that's been such a big deal is to give people the confidence to come forward and deal with these things that have happened to them, and not shell up and just not tell anybody so that nobody gets held accountable.
Right.
This is an extension of that. You know, it's a microcosm of it. It's a thing that happened really fast. It was dealt with really fast, you know, and then it was over.
Right.
It was just basically like, no, you don't get away with that anymore.
Right.
You know, and you're hoping that that's the message going forward.
Yeah,
basically,
I hope so.
And that's a good sign. You know, that's the kind of thing
so.
you'd hope to see. And lastly, it sounds like Andrew Lincoln is finally going to leave The Walking Dead in the 9th season. So it's going to happen. If you guys are fans or not, we haven't watched for several seasons now.
I think
okay?
2.
I think we lasted up through 5. or maybe
Yeah,
6.
maybe
We watched
6.
the first Negan season,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. we
And
did.
I'm not sure we got through the whole thing.
We got through the hard deaths.
Yes,
And
the first
then
episode. I
left.
think we watched the second one, and then it was kind of like, it really hasn't.
We did. We
Yeah,
picked it up. That's
Because I'm
right.
like, and then I realized like, okay, it's still The Walking Dead, and
Yeah.
to us, it kind of, I don't know, I just got fatigued of it. It's like, oh look, they found another group of people. Oh look, there's another one, and it was just kind of like, the same thing. And I know there's a lot of people that still really, really like it. I love the first 2 seasons especially.
Oh my gosh,
I thought they were so good.
Yeah.
And I don't like some of the other ones, but
there were
we
some
fell out of-
amazing moments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
But
yeah.
Daryl Norman Reedus
Yes.
is going to assume the lead role of the whole show now,
Yes,
and
yes.
they said he's going to make $20 million.
It's ridiculous. So they're going to keep
$20
going.
million!
It's. I guess the question ultimately was, does this show continue to go on without him? And yes, the answer is unequivocally yes, it is.
I think they said they were just going to keep going like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Just keep it
and
going.
he's just going to be like everybody else.
Right?
They'll kill off the character and keep going like everybody else
Oh
has done so far. But I think the thing we were talking about earlier is, do you think he's going to be a zombie?
If he's a walker.
But I
don't know.
kind
may
of,
have
yeah,
to
a
watch
walker.
it. I may have to watch if Rick's a walker.
Yeah, I'd have to see it.
Yeah.
I think
I'd
you'll
be
get
like,
everybody
"Oh."
watching for one thing, and another
Yeah.
is I think wouldn't that be such a cool send off for him personally?
Yeah, I bet.
Because Andrew Lincoln having been involved in the biggest capacity with this show for the entirety of its run, which has been a pretty incredible run. Let's be honest, whatever you think of the show. For him to actually be able to have that moment of putting on the makeup.
But I don't think Rick would, talking about the fandom back in the beginning, I don't think Rick would allow himself to become.
Yeah, you're right. He would like have some safeguard in place to make sure it didn't happen.
Yeah, like you need to do the little head slice.
Yeah.
You know, before
If
I
it
come
happens,
back
you
as
need
one.
to do this. Yeah.
I mean, but there is a chance that he would get hurt and be in the middle of not be able to do it. He would need another person.
Might be not a
by him.
controllable situation.
Because Rick would not get bit.
No.
You know. Maybe.
Maybe. You know how many times he's almost gotten bit?
Yeah.
Like, you know, this close to your face, like, like all this thing. I mean, you know.
Like, it's making me want
you
to watch
just pick any
it
old
again.
time, like this time he gets bit. Okay.
But the thing is, there were a couple of characters who were killed off. I'm not going to do any spoilers. Who I loved.
Yeah.
I loved. And it was in a very, very gruesome way. They were killed off.
You have to
the
be that
point
way.
where I was having dreams about it. I was so disturbed by it that I was like, I need a break from this show. I need a break. And I never went back. And you were kind of okay with it. I was like, I don't know if I can watch
I was
it.
getting bored of it
You know,
personally.
you were, and I was kind of like, I was holding like a grudge.
No.
You know, and I was like, I can't believe they did
I just
that,
started to
you
feel
know?
like, I don't know, every now and then they would have a really cool episode, but then everything between, like 2 or 3
the
or 4
first
episodes.
and the
You know what I
last.
think killed it? I
What?
really think may have killed it is this whole phenomenon of the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
Because
dividing it up.
that meant that like you'd have your first episode had to be amazing, and then everything else had to be a slow build up to the
Walking in
mid-season
woods,
finale.
looking for supplies.
So then nothing could happen until the mid-season finale, and then you come back in, they'd have another big first episode, and then nothing for like 3, and then back to the full season finale.
And cliffhanger, and
Yeah.
then you start again.
I
and then
missed
you've got
like
all these
the
lulls.
kind of like flow of a whole season.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
where like little peaks and
As an
valleys on the
arc,
way to
yes.
the big finale.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think they lost that, and I started getting frustrated to watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
I
don't know.
understand.
And the
Are you
episodes are
guys
too long.
still on board?
Aren't they like an hour and a half now or something?
I don't know. I don't remember. But
Where
I do
they
remember them
start doing that?
taking too long.
I think some of them like hour 19 or
Yeah.
some weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and I remember we would be watching some episodes and thinking like, oh my gosh, they've been walking in the woods for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Like talking about nothing, doing nothing, talking about we gotta stick together. You know, we're family.
Yeah,
all
how
this
many
kind of-
times it's like,
like,
we're
oh,
family, we
yeah.
stick together.
Yeah,
Like
I
how
know.
many times can you go
Like,
through the
leave me
monologue?
alone. Don't come after me.
Yeah.
I want to go in the woods and be by myself. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
But I know it's still got a
I don't know.
huge fandom. And it's certainly
Yeah.
there's far worse shows on TV no matter what.
But-
it's still a
yeah.
good show.
It
That's good.
is,
I
it
just
is,
didn't
yeah.
prefer the way it ended up. That's fine. Mm-hmm. You know?
But this is interesting. I'm curious to see if they survive it. There we go. You going?
Yeah. Okay. That was the last couple weeks. Thank you for watching this video.
Oh my god! You know we're really distracted because our camera's running out of space.
Yeah,
So
we're
this whole
running out of time.
We're like, how much time?
Like,
How much
wrap it up,
time do we have?
wrap it up.
I know. So we got to. We're like, hurry. So thank you for
Yeah,
watching.
so we're just gonna stall and
Yes,
talk about that.
I know, but we're back now,
Yeah, we're
and
back. Hi.
all of these will resume. The Twitch streams will resume
Yep.
as normal. We will update Twitch.
Yep.
And we'll have lots of cool stuff on the channel, and I'm excited to be back.
Yep. If you want to see anything more about what we talked about, links are in the description.
Yes.
If you like this video, please support us on Patreon. Click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.
Bye.